no stranger to any of you, I'm sure. He does all this wonderful work at the club of pushing jazz, and a very fine musician himself. Now he's going to join us for our next number. Jazz was really a melting pot of many kinds of influences. There were work songs, there were gospel songs, there was the blues, there was syncopated ragtime, there were popular songs of the day, there were spirituals, there were marches. They all went into the great melting pot that became jazz. And before jazz, it was the era, back in the 1880s and 90s, the era of ragtime, which was quite a posh thing. You know, posh ladies playing the banjo, playing ragtime recitals in the drawing room, that sort of thing. And banjo bands and piano groups and so on, playing classical ragtime, as it was called. Also cakewalks. The origin of that goes back to the southern states of America, in the rural states, where Saturday night the prize for the best dancing couple would be a large cake. And the couples would dance away, and the winning couple would win the cake. Hence the famous Cake Walking Babies Back Home tune that came out. Anyway, there was a very fine band around about the time of that Morton was flourishing, and the original Dixieland Jazz Band, and he was one of the trumpet kings of New Orleans, leading a man called King Oliver. And he made several recordings. He had a very promising young protege on second cornet with him, named Louis Armstrong. He just brought up from New Orleans to join him, and they recorded several numbers. Here's one that Chris is going to join us for. It's one that the King Oliver Band recorded in 1923, when one of their classic recordings. But it was already old hat then. Louis would have heard that as a boy, being played by brass bands up on the band park, bandstands around New Orleans. So here it is. It's a tune called the Creole Bells, and that's B-E-L-L-E-S. Not a whiskey, although there was some of that around, I'm sure.
Thank you.